people, what's up? It's me again, L Teddy 27. This is another review and recap for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 8, Episode 4. And this is gonna be fast because it's like 1:30 in the morning. I just finished watching the NCAA tournament championship game, basketball tournament championship game. Virginia won. I also am tired as hell, and I just got through watching this video on MrWorldPremiere.tv. Shameless plug for it because although because I have AT&T phone service, I get that AT&T Watch Now streaming app, which gives you like 30 channels. Because I cut the cord maybe about a year ago for cable. So, but anyway, I still watch everything I want to watch. So, even though I could have watched it on the AT&T Watch Now app for free, I would have had to sit through commercials, and I wanted to not sit through commercials, so I went to MrWorldPremiere.tv and watched it, like I watch a lot of stuff for free, no commercials. All right, so let's get to it real fast. Season 8, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 8, Episode 4. And I know I can get through this fast because it wasn't a whole lot of shit that really just... This season is really a bore so far, so let's get through this. We start off, Jock and Carly, Young Jock and Carly are at the radio station where he works, and she invites him to her engagement party, and then she talked about taking sex coach classes, and the sheer thought of Carly Red teaching somebody to have sex, or even her having sex, just bothers me. But yeah, whatever. On to the next thing, because I really didn't want. I mean, I don't know why they keep trying to force feed us Carly and Jock, because they've been not together for a while, and I really think they're happier not together. And stop trying to force feed that down our throats, Mona. Just stop. Then we got to the nasty, vile gutter snipe right up out the hood, Akbar V. She was visiting Tierra at this boxing gym or whatever, and ain't shit ass Tierra was being ain't shit ass Tierra like she always been, and she was thirsting after Scrap De Leon. I just can't with her. I just really can't. I hate looking at her. I hate hearing her. I hate just everything about Tierra. She just really gets on my nerves and works me the wrong way. And yeah, I'm just going to speed through that. Next, we got Scrap De Leon at KK house, his mom's house. KK ain't shit. She still ain't shit, ain't never been shit. And I don't know when she going to be shit. Because KK, she's still avoiding the situation, still avoiding really having this real conversation with her son about, oh yeah, I saw Squad, and some people might want to know what Squad is. That's the Squad. Anyway, that's the shirt. But KK just ain't shit. That bitch ain't never been shit. She ain't shit. Nah, she ain't gonna never be shit. Like, she just doesn't want to own up to her shit. She ain't shit. She is not wanting to have this real conversation with her son, which is fucked up because he's an adult now. He's fucking 30. So it's time, KK. Just, she also appeared to be drunk. I don't know. I could be wrong. But that bitch seemed like she was on one when he was at her house. She seemed real drunk or high on something. She just did not seem lucid at all. I could just tell she just was not lucid. So yeah, KK. Then we got Scrap and Bambi at Mama D house. And Cece, Bambi's mom, called to tell Bambi that Mama D had, hey, expurgated her out of the palace, and she had been annexed from the palace and had been kicked out. So Bambi went to go pick up her mom or whatnot. Then we got Carly checking on her ovaries Lord. And so she went to the OBGYN. She wanted to see if she was, I guess, still fertile or whatnot. And I mean, bitch, you are like 139 years old. Why are you trying to have this Down syndrome child that will be missing this child that will be missing the 21st chromosome? Because your 139-year-old ass is still trying to produce children. Let it go. You got kids. He got kids. Let it go. Marriage should be enough. You should be glad somebody wanted to, marry your ass still. And I'm just saying, what is his name? Arkansas Low Mo or something, whatever his name is. He gotta have a huge ass penis. Why? Because in my estimation, Carly Red don't have no fucking walls. I mean, that bitch is gotta fucking her is like throwing a hot dog down the hallway. Okay? That bitch don't got no fucking walls. That bitch done been mudded out by everything imaginable. But let me keep going. Not here or there. So I just didn't want to hear about her trying to have kids because she just doesn't need to have kids. Then we see Bambi and Cece talking at the Motel 6. Cece ain't shit. Just everybody this episode just basically ain't shit. And Cece is another one who ain't shit. She was a failed parent to some degree. And for her to be having all this going on, all of this petty back and forward, all of this slick talking and shit she got going on with Mama D, bitch, you too old for that, okay? You're way too old for that. You about to be a grandmother. Why are you carrying on with all of this, okay? It's just not work. Girl, get over it. Just stop. I was just so over Bambi's mom because I was like, when I get her age, I'm not going to be carrying on and having all this back and forth with Mama D and people that are my age and shit like that. Just, it was just too much. Then we got Jock with his girlfriend, Kendra. And the only thing I had to say about that, she seemed like a pretty girl, but she seemed way too smart for the conversation she was having with Jock about going to be at the engagement party. Like, I guess she found the invitation. I really don't think she found the invitation because if that's her boyfriend, I'm pretty sure she listens to Jock on the radio in the morning. So she probably heard Carly invite Jock to the engagement party and she went and looked for that shit, the engagement party invitation. So she asked him about wanting to go. I mean, you just seem too smart for this level brand of fuckery. I'm just saying. It was just, and so I'm with Jock. She should be trying to stay away from that shit by all means. Just at all costs, stay away from this engagement party. Then again, we were with the gutter snipe. She was in the studio. Moniece showed up, and they began to talk about chop it up and talk about shit. And then all of a sudden, she decides to divulge to Moniece that Tierra is having this welcome home party for Scrap. So, I mean, I feel like this. Hey, gutter snipe, right up out the hood. If you really know Moniece as well as you do know Moniece, and you've known her as long as some of us have watching her on Love and Hip Hops, you know that bitch is volatile as fuck. I mean, she's calmed down over the years, but remember the first 2 or so seasons she was on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood? That bitch was volatile. You didn't know from day to day what Moniece you was gonna get. Like, one day she would be calm. The next day, that bitch is ready to snatch wigs off bitches and turn up and throw bottles and shit at people. You cannot. So you should have known, like you told Tierra that, and when you were in the confessional after you talked to Tierra saying that you was gonna stay out of it, you should have stayed out of it still. You should have even brought that up to Moniece, cause that bitch is certifiable. We've talked about this. She's certifiable. She's volatile. She is not wrapped tightly. And you as her friend should not have told her. But whatever. I'm just saying. I just still can't get over her son's name derivative. Like, I thought I was breaking out into my Calc 1 class talking about derivatives, okay? I mean, what is her, his dad's name? Limits or something? That was a joke for all of us intellectuals, limits, derivatives, whatever. Anyway, moving on. You got Scrappy at Mama D's house. Um, and I don't like Cece is there. She gives. No, I'm sorry. Scrappy is with Mama D and Bambi's mom, Cece. Cece and Mama D give these fake ass apologies. Cece still ain't shit. We been to Mama D ain't shit. So I just wonder how Scrap and Bambi turned out to be anywhere near as successful as they are, if you want to call what they have success, because the stock that they come from is not good stock. I'm just saying. But whatever. Because you got old ass ladies who you got to sit here and coach into like grown people shit. Y'all are grandmothers. I mean, really? Whatever. Next, we got Scrap De Leon at the welcome home party that Tierra is throwing for him. And Scrap is full of shit, too, because really he's the leading Tierra on. He enjoys the attention. He enjoys watching her be thirsty as fuck after him. And that's just not fair to her for him to lead her on. And that's basically what he's doing. He's leading the bitch on. And it's like, whatever. I mean, that hook, and then she'd have been with him long enough that she should see or know the telltale signs where he just ain't being shit. But whatever. Moniece shows up or whatever, and he claims that was his exit strategy to go back or escape the party and go back to the halfway house. But Moniece, my argument with you, Moniece, is this. I don't think you won't know what you want, because if you know, if I'm not mistaken, earlier this evening, wasn't Moniece on Instagram Live with AD, and they was all hugged up and talking about them having sex and stuff and alluding to things that really grossed me out? Like, I'm just know what you want, Moniece, because I'm not here for you either. But whatever. I mean, let's think about it. Scrap at this point ain't nothing but a hot piece of dick. And if he ain't nothing but a hot piece of dick for you, Tierra, and for you, Moniece, then treat him accordingly. You go, you get your dick, and you keep it moving. He gonna keep it moving to the next piece of pussy, so you need to keep it moving. You go, you get your dick, you get your back blown out, and bitch, you keep it moving. All of these feelings and emotions, and you know he ain't trying to do that. Save it, honey. Save it. Then you got Carly. She's at this cake shop ordering a cake for the engagement party, or tasting cakes for the engagement party with her fiance. I don't care. Whatever. Just on whatever. Moving on. Scrappy. Then we see Scrappy. He bought a house for him and Bambi, and he goes into this whole thing with inviting Bambi's mom to stay with him and Bambi. Mama D got in her feelings because he called Bambi's mom Dukes or whatever. I just can't. Y'all too old for this. Like, y'all are geriatrics. Y'all got AARP cards and y'all still going back and forth. Like, this just isn't good television. Mona, this is not good television. This whole Mama D and Cece thing. It's just really not. And, I mean, if you want to have a show with geriatric women fighting with each other, then put them on the Housewives franchise. They can get they can seriously take Eva and Cynthia's peaches and be on Housewives of Atlanta and call it a day. Because that's all they are, geriatric women fighting, and that's all you have on Housewives. So give them a peach, let them take the place of Cynthia and Eva, and call it a day. Whatever. And finally, the last thing, we had Scrap De Leon. He was at his sister Cheyenne's house. Tierra comes by. And like I said, Scrap is leading Tierra on, but I feel like if she knows Scrap as long as she does, she should know he ain't shit. He ain't been shit for a long time, and she should know, come let it go. That shit is over. You've already had the dick many times over. Let it go. He's gonna dip his dick wherever he can, and keep it moving. I mean, it's just pointless. Now, my fall the fuck back moment, my hashtag FTFB moment, which we've talked about, was the violence. Bitch, fall the fuck back, Tierra. Don't act like you don't know who Scrap is. Don't act like you did not anticipate that when he got his ass out of jail after 3 years, that he was gonna be trying to fuck anything with a hole. Bitch, fall the fuck back, all the way the fuck back. Take it back, hoe. Run it back, bitch. I mean, let's think about this here. What are you fighting for? What are you hitting him for? You putting your hands on another person for what? It's never a reason for that. That kind of pissed me off. And I know that's what we do on reality television, but that moment kind of got on my nerves. It pissed me off. You should be beating your own ass for getting yourself even in this situation, for even thinking that there was a chance of you and him getting back together. Bitch, let that shit go. And that was it. That was the whole episode. I'm done with it. Mona, you're going to have to do better. You're going to have to do better. Because right now, what you're giving me in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is not intriguing me. Okay? I mean, you got to do better. And that's all I got to say on that. That was Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 8, Episode 4. Hope you guys like. Appreciate you. I'm sorry for clicking on the video and watching me. Thank y'all for everything. Thank y'all for coming. I'll check y'all later next week. Y'all drive safely.